Hi guys, my name is Courtney Cox, and if you're watching this video, it's because you are at least a little bit interested in finding out what it is that I do as a Beachbody health and fitness coach. So I really want to be kind of detailed in this, so if you need to pause it and come back, feel free to do that, just so I can answer your questions and really help you get a good feel for what it is that I do as a coach. So first, let me start off by sharing a little bit about my journey as a Beachbody coach and why I've decided to do this. So I started doing Beachbody workouts after I had my first child. So she's going to be 8 in August, which is crazy. And I just very quickly realized that the gym was a hard thing after I had her. So I tried doing the gym thing, and I would pick her up and she'd be unhappy and drinking out of other kids' sippy cups, and it just was like a lot of time and a lot of work to pack up all of her stuff and get there and drive back home, and it just took me forever. So way back in the day, I did Tae Bo. That was like my first Beachbody experience. Loved the workouts. She would sit in her little bouncy, and as she got bigger, like, she would try to do things with me. And then later on down the road, I did Insanity, I did P90X, and then when my husband went back to working midnights after several years of working just on the road, he was a police officer during the day. When he went back to midnights, he couldn't make it to the gym anymore, and so we did Body Beast together. That was where I really started to fall in love with lifting and started to build some muscle and just really kind of fell in love with fitness. And at that time, I didn't even know that being a Beachbody coach was a thing. I just knew I loved the workouts, and my friends would come over and do Insanity in my basement, and I was coaching before I was coaching. And then so just in case you're wondering, in case you're watching this down the road, it's the end of June right now. So I started coaching in January 2017, so in the middle of the month. And I had just been praying that God would make a way for our family just to make a little extra income. So we just moved to a new home. I teach at a private Christian school. Like I said, my husband is a police officer, so we're not exactly bringing in big bucks between the two of us, you guys. And I really wanted to take our kids on a missions trip to Guatemala, and it's just impossible, and we didn't have the money. So I started praying for God to make a way for us to make a little extra money, and I had noticed that I had some friends who were doing this coaching thing, and I felt like some of the things they posted that it was through Beachbody, and I was like, wow, I didn't even know that was a thing. So I reached out to one of my friends who is a coach, and I just knew that that's what I was supposed to be doing. And don't get me wrong, I had a lot of questions, and I had some things I was super apprehensive about, but deep down, I knew that's what I was supposed to be doing. And just a little side note, you guys, this is really a time Facebook is so big, and so many people own their own businesses, and there's so many things that you could do and that you could be a part of. And I'm a part of Beachbody because this is what I believe in, and I firmly believe that what I do as a coach really genuinely helps people. I genuinely believe that when you're taking better care of yourself and you're eating right and you're working out, you just feel better. And anybody who has taken care of themselves and then hasn't taken care of themselves, they know that. They know that they feel better, and it makes you a better mom and a better wife, and just a better version of you. And so that really is why I coach. So let me talk about what it is specifically that I do as a coach. So the number one thing that I do is I run challenge groups, or sometimes I call them virtual boot camps. And so all that is I have ladies who, and I say ladies, not that I wouldn't take men, but really it's mostly women, and I kind of love that. I love that the community is women, and I love helping women, so it has been all women. So I run groups for these women, and what they do is they purchase a challenge pack. And if you've never been in a group, I'm going to shoot you another video that kind of explains what these groups are, so that I don't have to spend a ton of time on that here. but basically they're getting every single Beachbody workout streamed to them. And then they're getting the Portion Fix meal plan. I provide them with a meal plan, something that I would help you with if you were coaching. And then they just get daily accountability and support in a Facebook group or in another app that sometimes we use. And so that's really why I call myself a coach, right? This is not something where you need to be certified. You're a coach. You're there to encourage and to support and just to help people and cheer them on, just like a coach would do. You're there just to give them that little extra push in the right direction and give them that accountability that they really need. So that is the first thing that I do as a coach. And then the second thing that I do is help mentor other women who come onto my team that they want to coach, and they're looking to maybe make a little bit of extra money, or maybe they're looking to make this their full-time career. So there's really 3 types of coaches. There's a discount coach. I have lots of discount coaches, people who just want to get a discount on their Shakeology, get a discount on other things that they purchase. There's hobby coaches. So a hobby coach is maybe somebody who wants to make a little extra money, pay down some loans. Maybe they want to buy a new car or go on a trip, or they're just looking to supplement their income. And then the third type is somebody who really is a business builder. They look at this as a business. They're the owner of their business. They're looking to replace their full-time income. And you guys, that really is where I'm at. I love my job, and so I never want to discredit that I love teaching, but I'm lacking some freedom there that I would love to have. And so this, for me, it is building a business and building some financial freedom for my family. And so wherever you are on this journey, I'm going to run with you, and I'm going to help you run the pace that you set, that you want to do, and just come alongside you and help you meet your goals. So let me talk about some big objections that people always say. And the first big thing is, I don't want to sell anything. And you guys, let me tell you, I don't want to sell anything either. And I don't. I share what Beachbody's done for me. I share what Beachbody has done for the challengers who are in my groups. I connect with people, I share with them, and if this is something that's going to help them, awesome, I want to help them. If they're doing their own thing or they're not ready, I am not trying to convince them of anything, you guys. I just want to be there to help people and encourage them and support them. And I promise you, I am not a saleswoman. In fact, I once tried to be a saleswoman for like 2 days working with my brother-in-law, and no, I'm not a salesperson. That's not my gifting. So just being there to encourage people, okay? So don't worry about trying to sell anybody anything. The second biggest objection I get is, I'm not fit enough to be anybody's coach. And here's the thing with that, you guys. You do need to be on a fitness journey to be a coach, but you don't have to be there yet, okay? So if you still have weight to lose, do you know what? Somebody, lots of somebodies are going to connect with you. They're gonna look at you and where you are on your journey, no matter if you are crazy fit or you still have a lot of weight to lose or somewhere in between. People are going to connect with your story, they're going to connect with your journey, and they're going to connect with you in a way that they're not going to connect with me or another coach. So as long as you have a passion to help other people, and as long as you are going to be committed to being on a fitness journey and not being perfect, because people cannot relate to perfect. Nobody's perfect, you guys, and I mess it up all the time. But as long as you're just committed to being on that journey, people are going to connect with you and relate with you, and you're going to find a tribe of women who want you to be their coach. I promise you that. Okay, so the other thing that I hear is, I'm shy or I'm bad on Facebook. So you guys, when I first started, I had a really super small Facebook network, I guess you would say. Like, you didn't have a ton of friends. I posted like never. Like, I would post like stuff about my son and my kids from time to time, but you guys, like, maybe I posted once a month. And so if that's where you are, it's okay. I did not have any selfies of just me on Facebook. So maybe I had selfies of like me and my husband or me and my kids, but I was not like a selfie taker or a picture taker at all. And in fact, when I first started, you guys, and if you follow me on Facebook, this probably surprises you because now I'm very comfortable with it. But when I first started, my husband would take like 800 pictures of me and I'd hate them all. And I would feel like nauseous posting pictures of myself, like flexing or whatever. I would feel so sick over it. I hated it. But I have grown so much, and that's just such an awesome part of this journey is you gain this confidence and you realize like, okay, this benefits my family. I'm benefiting these other ladies in my group. Like, it's totally worth it to put myself out there and just to be genuine and just decide like, it's okay if not everybody loves what I'm posting because I'm helping people and I'm helping my family, and that's what really matters. So don't let fear keep you from jumping in. Like, if you have that, you know, that like little, I don't know what to call it, that little feeling in the pit of your stomach and your heart where you're like, oh, I feel like I could do this. I feel like this is meant for me. Don't let fear hold you back from that, because you're going to push through that fear, and I'm going to be here to help you. Okay, so a couple more things to talk about. Training. So that kind of goes along with the whole not comfortable posting on Facebook. You guys are going to have all the training that you need. We're going to go through a month-long new coach mentorship, and just some daily things that you can do to start building your business, to start putting some good practices into place. And I'm going to help you every step of the way. You don't have to run a challenge group by yourself. You can add people into mine. As you start to build a team, you can add people into my new coach mentorship. I'm going to be there with you every step, and eventually you're going to get comfortable and you're going to want to do some things on your own, but it's really going to be completely at your pace, and I'm going to be there to help you. And we just have such an incredible team and so many people way beyond that first month that you're just going to be able to connect with and have ladies who are encouraging you, and it truly is a team effort, which is so cool. I've built such great friendships with some of these ladies. That has just been like one of the pluses that I never even thought about when I first started, is just the great friendships that I've built, and just that it's positive, encouraging women who build me up and who build each other up, and I'm able to pour into them. Just a community that I never would have even thought about that. So you're just going to have all the support that you could possibly need. Okay, so let's talk about the cost of starting, because I know that's always a big question. So if you wanted to, you could start for $40. That's like your enrollment fee. But I really feel that if you're going to do this and really be a part of it, you need to be using the products, right? So what most coaches do is they purchase a challenge pack. It's $160. You get every single Beachbody workout streamed to you. And you guys, you'll want that, because even if you don't do some of the workouts, you can check them out so that you can recommend what workouts are best for your challengers, because not everybody wants to do what I'm doing. They're on their own journey, so I can really guide them in the right direction with that. And then you're going to get your first month of shakes. So again, if you aren't familiar with Shakeology, then that's a different video that I will send you. But you guys, I love Shakeology. It's going to help you with your cravings and your energy, and just like fill in those holes in your nutrition. And then you're also going to get the Portion Fix containers and just the nutrition program that comes with that. And my little plug for that is, you guys, I used to like spend crazy amounts of time counting my macros and like calculating everything, and no, I don't do that anymore. And it really is the program that I recommend my challengers use, and they find that it's so simple. So that's $160 for all of that, and then you don't have to pay that $40 fee. And then your monthly fee is $15 a month, and that's for your website where people will place their orders. So you need to have that website. So Beachbody takes care of all of that. You don't have to really set anything up. You just add a picture and a bio. It's very simple, okay? And then you're likely going to want to be drinking the shakes. So that's going to be $100 a month. And we can talk, like, if that's out of your financial means right now, then we can talk about that. But that's just what most coaches do. So now I know what you're thinking is, okay, if I spend $160 and I spend $100 a month, am I going to make that back? And so let me just share with you. And, you know, Beachbody has their like income disclaimer that I can't like guarantee your success, but what I can do is share with you the amount of money that I have made. So like I said at the beginning, today is like June 27th. I don't know the date. 2017, okay? So I'm doing it, I had a video, but I thought it was probably time to update. So I started the middle of January, like right around January 15th. So in those 2 weeks of January, I made $140. So pretty much made my money back like right off the bat. In February, so my first full month, I made $200. In March, my second full month, $260. April, $365. May, $500, and I'll make $500 or maybe a little bit more in June. So what you can see there is that those first couple months, like you're learning so much, and you're not really building a team yet. You're just getting comfortable with what it is that you're doing. And so I've made my money back plus a little. And then as I got comfortable and I start building a team, you kind of see that it can snowball pretty quickly, and pretty quickly you start making a pretty decent amount of extra money. So I have a good friend, she's been doing this just so you can kind of, there's lots of people, you guys, that make 6 figures, 7 figures. It's totally within your reach. It's just really just putting in the time and the effort. So I have a friend who's been coaching like exactly a year longer than me, and so she's making $3,000 a month. So for some people that's definitely replacing a full-time income. And then by January, so at the 2-year mark, she will have that doubled for sure, because her team is really building quite quickly. So she could be making probably close to 6 figures shortly after 2 years. And you guys, maybe 2 years seems like a long time, but like if you knew that you could give part-time hours to a company and be making 6 figures after 2 years, wouldn't you do that? I mean, I know that I would. So that potential is there. So let's talk about one more thing, and then I'm going to try to wrap this up around 20 minutes because you're probably tired of hearing me talk by now. So one more thing that I want to talk about is how much time. So if this is something where you are trying to build a business, it's going to take you at least an hour a day, and maybe 2, just kind of depending on how quickly you want to run with it. For me, it's summertime. I'm not teaching. I'm working like 3 hours a day. During the school year, I'm kind of building in little pockets of time. So maybe it's like 30 minutes in the morning. I really try not to work too much at school, you guys, because that's my school time. So that's not really something I'm comfortable with unless it's like a 30-second message here or there on my plan period. But in general, school time is school time for me. So then after school, I might work another 30, and then like an hour after my kids go to bed. So I just find those little pockets. And if you have a job where like you get a good lunch hour, that's a great pocket of time that you can work. So I just want to say that if you have a family, if you have a job, you guys, you can make that time, because I have 3 kids and they're in sports and they're everywhere. My husband and I, we serve in our church, and I work full-time and he works full-time, and this is something that I know in the long run is going to be so beneficial. I already see that it's so beneficial to my family and to others, and so it's worth finding those little pockets of time. So I think I've answered a lot of questions that you might have, but if you have more questions, please reach out to me. I would love to talk to you. I'd love to chat on the phone. Just whatever questions you have, and it would just be really, truly just so great. I love having women on my team who are just passionate about health and fitness, who are passionate about helping their family, who are passionate about helping other people. So if you have that like little feeling that maybe this is something that I should give it a try, then definitely let's chat. I appreciate that you have taken 21 minutes out of your very busy day to listen to me, and I hope that you have a fabulous day.